Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the VB North Lunch Show. We do have a little bit of a short lunch show today, but we will hopefully get a few rips in. Close out a couple boxes. There is a few things close to closing and a few small bounties we will run on some stuff. I will be back again though late night, and we will get some late night rips in from the north as well. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Welcome in. Let's see. That's good. What's up, Bob? Welcome in. How are you? So I have two bounties to the side. We'll get links in chat for those, and then I'll start with this. So it is a little bit of a shortened lunch show, but I will go over some of the stuff quickly, and then we'll try to get into some rips. 'Bonus. Bonuses, new set break, bounties. So first off, we got a $25 pull box. Not too much left in the $25 pull box, but still a few prizes. Live and running in the $25 pull box. 20 at 50s for 1K briefcases. Those are classics. Those will be running all day. 10 at 50, only until 1:45, because today we only have until 1:45, 1:50ish on today's lunch show to get into some of this stuff. But that's all right. We got a few bounties, we got some bonuses, and we will get into some rips. We got the 10 at 100. This must close by 5 because we do have a shortened lunch show. So a couple hours into S10 show as well. It is for a 1970 Topps Roberto Clemente. 10 at 100, winner take all. Going until 5 p.m. Our first Bowman Hobby Personal. I got a card as well, but we'll go over that. There's a bounty on 2 Bowman Hobby boxes. Winner take all for a 1K briefcase. That is like half off on a briefcase there. A little over half off on a briefcase on a 2-box winner take all bounty. First Bowman Hobby Personal. I got a 69 Topps McCovey Santo Williams for the first Bowman Hobby Personal. 10 at 100 is live. We have a bounty on the last 5 spots on Panini National Treasures by the spot. So here is Panini NT by the spot. And then here is the Bowman Hobby Personals. Only 10 Bowman Hobby Personals left at this reduced price. So a couple links for you guys there. And then now that we're done with bonuses and bounties, brand new set break live on the site. This is the 1958 Topps football set break. Is 132 spots, 1975 a spot. Jim Brown rookie, Sonny Jurgensen rookie, and a Bart Starr second year on the 58 Topps football. I actually have to shorten this because it's not fitting in the chat, but we will get this shortened and drop this in chat. But this is a new 58 football set break. Jim Brown PSA 3, Bart Starr SGC 4, and Sonny Jurgensen PSA 6. But we got a bounty on a buy the spot, bounty on some personal hobby, and bounty on some blasters. Last night, the Knicks took game 2 in that Knicks Celtics series. Pacers are up 2-0. Knicks are up 2-0. Golden State is up 1-0. Nuggets and Thunder are tied 1-1. I gotta go grab actually. I got our first hobby box. I got some blasters next to me. The NT case right here. I'm not sure actually, but we're hopping off at 1:45 ish for Leighton's podcast. But I don't think Leighton's podcast is live. Okay, good. We're good. Yesterday, actually, the first 5 spots in where is it? The first 5 spots in the NT buy the spot went down. The last 5 are still alive. 10 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. Yes, 8 autographs, 1 memorabilia per box on average. There's Octo signature booklets in NT, 8 autographs. Is What's up, Nikhil? How are you? It's probably like, yeah, color is probably pretty crazy in person. Featuring games, all-time greatest, Will's Christian Myers here, all the names. We can take a look at the. Doing all right. Doing all right. Shortened show today. So this is like the pictures we've seen. Wait, where's the checklist? Is it not going to give me a checklist anywhere for this thing? So this is 2024 autographs here. Go through this list. All these names down. Kobe Mayo, Jacob Wilson. Colt Keith. Paul Skeens, Jace Jung. Enrique Bradfield, Spencer Jones. Dylan Cruz, Matt Shaw, George Lombard, Tyler Black, Jackson Merrill, prospects, Kevin McGonigal, Brooks Lee, Kyle Teal, Aiden Miller, Drew Jones, Luis Angel. Okay. Prospects again, timeless talents. Okay, here we go. Sheffield, Garcia Parra, Brett Pedroia, Jim Palmer, Jimmy Rollins, Ichiro, Pedro, Buster Posey, Torrey Hunter, Frank Thomas, Biggio, Riley Fingers, Eric Davis, David Wells, Ryan Howard, Joe Mauer, Gunnar Henderson, Eric Gagne, Jackson Churio Jr., Jack Leiter, James Wood, Legendary Lumber. Actually, this is like Bill Mazeroski, Cal Ripken, Boggs, Molitor, Eckersley, Barry Larkin, Alex Rodriguez, Tony Oliva, Ted Simmons, Palmero, Beltran, Konerko, Mike Schmidt, Ryan Sandberg. Roman Anthony. Pretty nice. Pretty cool. 2023 rookie signatures. What's up, Nate? How are you? Just going to grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. What's up, Chris? How are you? Really? Yeah, hopefully we can get some breaks going. We only got until 1:45 today, so a little even less than an hour left now. I don't know if I would. I don't know. Like the only thing I'd be worried about for his immediate future is still Tommy John. He seems like one of those guys where he doesn't really care if the coach is gone or not. He seems like he doesn't really care about anything except for just really pitching. Um, Even when he like hangs out with his supermodel celebrity girlfriend, it doesn't really seem like he cares about her too much. Not in like a bad way. But I just don't think it's like gonna affect him right now. I'd still only be worried about the Tommy John. He'll go out there and pitch. I mean, he's still that good. If I were him, I'd just be like, all right, hopefully we bring in another guy that can help us win. And honestly, in the back of his head, he's thinking, I might not even be here, or I have to be here, but in the future, I'm not even going to be here. And also, it's the Pirates. Like when he's on the mound, they're good, or at least he's good. When he's not on the mound, they suck. He's just got to perform for himself, I guess, at this point. Like, if you're a team like that, whatever. Move on. Skeens also just needs, like, they need to call up that kid Bubba Chandler. The Pirates just need a few more pieces. It's just like it's not all there for them yet. This kid Bubba Chandler, though, that's been pitching in the minors for them is disgusting. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, the thing is, Bob, is like this is like this is what I'm trying to say about the Pirates. I feel like it's like what can the manager do with with no money and like pretty much a changing roster every single year. It's just like I don't think I think it's like sometimes even too tight of a leash. Like what can you do with a team like that? Like if you're the manager, you try your hardest to obviously turn it around. It's not like you're not trying. But like, it like for some of these teams it's just going to take like some time and they have to know I think when to make the right moves. Like it's not like the Rockies or the Pirates have like these terrible prospects. Like they got the guys. There's guys there that are like, they can get called up and be pretty good. Maybe make some trades with some of your top prospects. Dish out a little bit more money. Help out the manager a little bit. What can that guy really do? I mean, the Pirates guy, he's going out there. O'Neal Cruz and Paul Skeens are his only hope. Paul Skeens and O'Neal Cruz is like, he throws Paul Skeens on the mound. He's like, please, please just go 6 or 7 scoreless. If he doesn't, they're just not good enough to win. Plain and simple. That's what it seems like, at least. And especially when, like, obviously teams dish out so much money. It's hard. Like the Dodgers and the Yankees obviously dish out a lot of money. The Mets dish out a lot of money. But just dish out a little bit more money. Make a few moves. Make a blockbuster trade. Go get that guy 1 year. Set a roster that's like, you know what, we're going to work with this. We're going to work around this roster. I think that helps, like the White Sox, for example, I actually don't mind what they were doing. Like what they've been doing before the start of the season, the White Sox, like they were terrible, awful. I'm sorry to any White Sox fans, they were awful. But like, you give away Garrett Crochet, you get Kyle Teal, Braden Montgomery, you combine them with Jacob Gonzalez, Colson Montgomery. Your farm system is pretty stacked right now. For the White Sox, yeah, they might be a pretty bad MLB team. No, their farm system is pretty good. Build those guys up a little bit, call them up at the right time. They actually perform like maybe some of these Red Sox, maybe like Christian Campbell is, like some of these rookies are now. A team like that can end up being pretty good. It takes a little bit of time and patience, maybe a little bit extra money sometimes, and you'll get there. Like Luis Robert starts looking pretty good. Make a call. I mean, I don't know. You got Hagen Smith too. You just drafted him, the lefty kid. So you give away Garrett Crochet, you draft another lefty. Teams like that, it could all piece together. Like if you look at it. At least I think. I don't know. I just don't know if like How many games are we even into the season? $35 games into the season, almost 40 games into the season. I don't know, like how bad are the Pirates right now? 12-26. How bad are the Rockies? 6-29. I mean, the Marlins are 14-22. The Nationals are 17-21. You can't go on a 6-game stretch and be 18-26 and. What's up? Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. You said it. You said it. You said it. Ooh. I also feel like it doesn't get talked about enough, but I feel like there's more teams that could be spending more money. That is true, Bob. I like as much as there's teams that spend 700 million, there's teams that don't spend enough. And I think that that could also be talked about a little bit. Maybe it doesn't need to be 700 million. Who knows? That's a conversation for not me. But I think there's teams that aren't spending enough either to try to compete. What's up, Stephen G? Good afternoon. How are you doing, my friend? Did I say... what am I doing? Hold on. Let me edit that, actually. It's actually on me. Because I didn't realize it was Thursday. I thought it was Tuesday because I'm coming back in later. I think I can edit, though. Alright, I edited it. Oh, no. Yeah, I definitely thought it was Tuesday because I'm going to be back later. And I was definitely like, oh, it's Tuesday. I'll be back later. Wrong. Alright, it is changed to Thursday. But it is, yes, it is a short Thursday show today. Leighton does have his podcast at 2. Well, I got the code running. We have the 10 at 100. This will run into S10 show as well. The 1970 Topps Roberto Clemente. That will also go into S10 show, the 10 at 100 here, because we do have the shortened lunch show, obviously. I got a 2-box Bowman Hobby bounty instead of the usual like 3 or maybe 5, maybe even more. So 2 boxes, a little half-off briefcase on the 2 boxes. We have the 10 at 50s as usual. We have the bounty on the last 5 spots of Panini NT. Actually, if someone takes down the last 5 spots of Panini NT, I believe that's like 2 briefcases and a few 78 spots. So that's actually a good deal right now to close out NT. No entries in the at 100 yet. No entries in the at 100 yet. That honestly should close out though once S10 goes back live. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't. If we get a few spots now, we'll see. We'll see. $25 pull box, 20 at 50s, the usual stuff. Yeah, I think that's everything. I got a card for the first Bowman Hobby personal. A little McCovey Santo Williams going to the first Bowman Hobby. Trying to... Oh, and also not up to the left. Running the usual 10 blaster box bounty as well for the blasters, but not up to the left. But I do think the closeout of NT could be a good deal right now. I think that's 2 briefcases you get in on. 478 spots for the closeout of an NT box with the 10 at 50. And the bounty. And then you're in the 20 at 50 too, and then 10 at 100. The closeout of a Bowman box is the 10 at 100 entries. Yeah, it was NT. It was NT. So the closeout of NT would be the 2 briefcases because of the 10 at 50, and then the bounty. And then it would be the 1, 2, 3. It would be 478 spots. I do have a few vintage cards left, Stephen G, so I can do probably a little vintage card hookup as well. And then 10 at 100, $25 pull box. But I do have the sealed case of NT still, so it is coming out of a sealed case. If you'd like to close out the NT, I do think that is a great dip right now, because then that is also half of the 10 at 100. So then when S10 starts up his show, he has a full 2 hours to close out the 10 at 100 with only 5 spots left. I'm pretty sure that's how the dip works out. I think I was doing the math. It would be a little bit of a roundup. It would be a little bit of a roundup, but I'm willing to do it. So. But 2 Bowman boxes would essentially be the same thing. 2 Bowman boxes, 437. Yes, that's what I believe it is. It does come out to. Yes, that's what it is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would show off a box if we had opened one yet, but if we close out that buy spot, that'd be the first one. So this is the case. But then 2 Bowman personals, Steven, if 2 Bowman personals interest you more, it's essentially the same thing. A few extra entries into like the 20 at 50 and stuff. I think it's an extra entry into the 10 at 100. It would be 2 briefcases. I could also do the 78 spots as well, even though they're not on that bounty. If Bowman interests you more than the... Ooh. But this is the case. I got a little $500 dib gaggle. You know what? I like this card too. Football. All right. Frank Howard on the 63. Duke Snyder on the 64. Fran Tarkenton. Hoyt Wilhelm. Red Sheendienst. And Art Shell. Boop. And then obviously this one comes with the Bowman Personal. But that's if you decide to do the Bowman, decide to do the NT, whichever one. Oh, these ones are upside down. What else are you looking for? What else are you looking for? You let me know. Some more Hall of Fame stuff. Hugh McKillany, Hall of Famer for the Niners. I got that as well. Oh, is that? Yes, that's what I was doing, and then I completely got distracted. Cannot apply. Not available. All right, let me check that out, actually. Discounts. It is not set to be combined with anything if you're trying to combine it with stuff. I probably should set it, though. Combinations. Oh, got it? I think it should be good to use. Yeah, I think everything looks good on this side of it. Has anybody else had an issue with it other than Stephen G? Sounds good. All right, one spot in the NT and a few 78 spots. Oh, of course. Okay, that's good. All right, only 4 spots left in NT now. Only 4 spots. Okay, so back end stuff. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, everything on the back end, good. Pull box pulls. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 71 rookie stars. Cesar Gutierrez, Les Kane, Babe Herman, Gary Boyd, Russ Nagelson, and Kevin Collins. And then we got a little Red Sheen Deans, Frank Howard, Art Shell. Oh, give me 2 seconds to go grab some sticky notes for this stuff. Again, Bowman Hobby comes with a little card, the closeout of NT. You're in on 4 spots on the 5-spot bounty. There's only 4 spots left. Someone come in. We just need, even if there's 2 people in chat for 2 spots each. 2 people in chat for 2 spots each. That's a 1. I'm not going to be able to do that in my head, I think. I would have been close. Oh, it actually is a pretty perfect math. I probably could have done that in my head if I actually tried. 175 dip. If there's 2 people in chat looking to come in for 2 spots each, get in on the 10 at 100, the 10 at 50, the $25 pull box, the 20 at 50s. 20 at 50s go into S10 show. 10 at 100 goes into S10 show as well. Just not too sure about the bounty, not too sure about what he has cooked up for the rest of it. But if you want to get in on the bounty, get in on your chance at the briefcase. 4 spots left in the NT. First box, I will drop the link. I'm going to grab some sticky notes real quick and some heart sleeves. Sticky notes and heart sleeves. Of course, Steven. Appreciate you. You're always hanging out during the lunch show. Lunch show regular. G gets his cards. And we're good on everything else. Guys in chat have obviously heard Frank Gifford's name before, I assume. But I believe he was a Giant. And it was cool because the other day I saw his cut signature in like a Flawless or National Treasures card. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen I never really kind of looked at a football cut signature because I've seen a lot of baseball ones. But it makes sense that they have cut signatures as well. Play-by-play sportscaster as well. Kathy Lee Gifford. Kathy Lee Gifford. Oh, I recognize her. I feel like I should have known that. I didn't know that, Stephen J. His wife, I definitely recognize. Good Morning America. Kathy Lee and Hoda. Yes, yes. All right. But they divorced Kathy Lee and Frank? Or were they married until he passed away? Married until he passed away? They were married, okay. Yeah. They rose each other from all appearances. Was there any other like football players that had a wife or that was also famous from like around that time? Like I know DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe, right, was a thing. But then he didn't really like her, I guess, after the whole thing ended. I'm gonna. Mm, yeah, no, I can't find anything that's like crazy, like old. I don't see a lot of like new celebrity athlete couples. Ah, Dennis Rodman. He must have had a relationship with a celebrity at some point. All right, a little bit left here. A little bit left in the show. Last minute rip. Anybody for the closeout of NT? Anybody for the closeout of NT? 4 spots left. We got the bounty. Anybody coming in for a Bowman Hobby Personal? As well, Bowman Hobby Personal, only 2 on the bounty. I'm sure S10 will run this bounty. It's an easy one. Really? The first American in history, it says. Wow. That's actually America, baby. That's interesting. He's from Chicago. He's from Chicago, Illinois, Stephen G. Sounds good, Steven. I'll be back later around like 8 o'clock. S10 will be on after Leighton's podcast and stuff. So we'll be on from here all day. You have a good rest of your day, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. Any last minute dips, last call, like last 10 minutes here, last minute dips. Again, NT. Did I drop the NT? No, I dropped the Bowman baseball. I don't think I dropped the NT link. I dropped it a little bit higher up. But NT 4 spots left. If someone comes in for the closeout of NT, you're in 4 spots on the 5-spot bounty. You're in on the 10 of 100, the 20 at 50, the 10 at 50. All the bonuses we have running. We close out NT, we rip it. 8 autographs per box. 8 autographs or memorabilia cards per box on average is what we're looking for. In that box, there is only 4 spots left. It is a 10-spot break. So taking down 2 or 3, even taking down 1 spot, you give yourself a solid chance at a good hit there. Oh, that's actually a good question. Do I have anything to run before I head out? Nothing right now. All right, I'm not sure if Layton's podcast is going to be live. I don't think Layton's podcast is usually live. I think he records and then posts it usually, but I do have to hop off so he can set up his show. And then at I want to say right around 3. Should be right around 3. Layton will be done, and Sam will hop on. For the primetime show, and then I will be back at 8 tonight for the late night show. And we'll do some late night ripping from the north once again. Also, tomorrow is another late night in the north, so 2 nights in a row. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out for this little short lunch show, and I will see you guys later, as Tim will be back with you guys first.